If you lived in the Saw universe where there was this completely insane old man that was dying of cancer that they called the Jigsaw Killer because he likes to put people in very elaborate and horrifying traps for absolutely unreasonable reasons, and you happen to fall into one of his traps, which of his traps would you actually be able to beat? Now, in Saw 1, this man Adam wakes up in the world's most disgusting fucking tub that I've ever seen in my whole life, with his mouth wide open, by the way, which as soon as I see the tub that I woke up in where my mouth was busted wide open and I swallowed and choked on that disgusting fucking water, you don't even have to set up any elaborate traps to kill me because I'd want to kill myself. I can't go on after fucking swallowing that water. Oh, I want to play a little game. Yeah, me too. How many times can I slam my head against the wall before I'm unconscious again? But whatever, once Adam wakes up, he finds Dr. Gordon in the room, and then they start talking and they turn on the lights and then they start listening to the tapes, and it's clear that they both have different games that they have to beat. Now, for Adam, the instructions for him to win still aren't really presented to him, so there's nothing he can really do as of right now. He's locked up to a chain that he cannot break himself. And for Dr. Gordon, his instructions are clear, which is kill Adam before 6, which is pretty straightforward. Kill Adam and you're good. You'll be able to win and get out of here. Which, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Kill Adam and you'll be able to get out of here, but it's not that simple to just like kill somebody that you just met and you don't know why you have to kill him. Which is why I agree with Gordon when he says that their best chance to really get out is to work together. And that's what they do. They start looking for clues together on ways to get out. And one of the first clues is follow your heart, which then they turn around and they see shit smeared on the toilet in the shape of a heart. And that toilet, by the way, Jesus Christ. So when they see the heart on the toilet, obviously the first clue is like check inside the toilet to see what the fuck is inside of there. But why is it that Adam's first dumbass thought is, oh, let me dig through shit to see if the first clue is inside the shit covered toilet instead of checking the water tank first? Does that even make sense to you? Would that be your first thought? And guess what? The first clue was not inside the diarrhea water. It was inside the water tank. Huh. So when he checks inside the water tank, there's a bag in there with 2 saws inside. And I get why their first instinct is to try to fucking cut through the chain. Because obviously, like, I'm not going to think, let me cut through my leg first. That would have been fucking stupid. But obviously that doesn't work because then the movie would be over like right away. And it would have been like, oh, okay, that was easy. All right, see you next time for Saw 2. But whatever, when they see that doesn't work, Dr. Gordon is like, oh my God. No, I know exactly who's trying to do this to us. And Adam is like, who? And Dr. Gordon is like, it's some guy. He's some fucking crazy guy. They call him the Jigsaw Killer because he likes to put people in very horrifying traps and try to make them escape in like very painful ways. And the only reason I know that is because I was actually a suspect and they thought that I was a Jigsaw Killer. And I was like, what the fuck? That's insane. I'm literally not. And then it turns out I wasn't because I wasn't. But now I'm here. So yeah, that's how I know that it's a Jigsaw Killer. So yeah, I think he actually wants us to cut through our legs and not through the chains. So then Gordon starts to mention some of the traps that he was accused of setting up, which obviously it wasn't him, it was Jigsaw. And the reasons for him putting these people inside these traps are fucking stupid and completely unreasonable. And the first victim that Gordon mentions is some guy that tried to kill himself. So then Jigsaw's like, oh, you want to kill yourself, right? So then he puts him inside this room filled with barbed wires, and then he's like, all right, dickhead, no, let's see if you really want to die or if you just wanted attention. So now you're gonna have to escape these barbed wires, and if you don't escape, the room is gonna close up, it's gonna get filled with poison, and you're gonna die. I'm sorry? Is that not like batshit crazy and a completely unreasonable reason to do that to somebody? But despite how horrifying that trap is, it's very beatable. Like, he had 2 hours to escape. But I think there's 2 main reasons why he couldn't beat this trap. First of all, he's very overweight, which, yeah, you could technically escape even if you're overweight to a certain extent. But like, it definitely does not help your situation. And second of all, he was panicking and trying to rush through the trap, which you're fucking stupid. Take your time. You have 2 hours. Like, 2 hours is a long ass fucking time. So in my opinion, yeah, this trap is beatable. The second guy that Gordon mentions is some guy that was faking his illness, which, yes, that's fucked up. Don't do that shit. But Jigsaw's impulse isn't to like expose him and like let everybody know that he's faking his illness, which would be bad for him and like definitely teach him a lesson. But no, his impulse was to put this guy butt naked inside a room that was covered with glass and the walls filled with numbers that were a combination to a safe that had an antidote to a poison that he had put inside this guy's body. On top of that, he was smeared with a flammable substance and a candle that was about to run out, and as soon as the wax ran out, the whole room was gonna light on fire. Like, what the fuck? That is completely unproportionate to what the guy did. First of all, what possible combination can I put into that safe? Is it a 4 combination? Is it a 3 combination? 2 combination? 8 combination? Well, I don't know. You never told me that. And on top of that, there's no key inside that safe. So how the fuck am I going to escape the room either way? Like, if I beat it and I find the combination, what? I'm just not going to get poisoned? But either way, I'm just going to be trapped in this room forever? Like, what the fuck? What do I do? There's nothing you could do. You're fucked. Yeah, this trap is unbeatable. The next victim that Gordon mentions is some lady that she's a drug addict. So Jigsaw's crazy ass fucking solution is like, oh, let me put this contraption in your mouth that's gonna rip your face apart if you don't escape it in time. Instead of just like, hey, how about this? Like, I'll pay for your rehab and like maybe this will help you get better. No, let me traumatize you for the rest of your life. And the only way for her to escape was to get this key that was inside this man's body, which she had to like just cut his stomach right open and get the key. The problem was that she thought he was dead and he wasn't. Like, he was alive. But I'm sorry to this man. Like, I'm ripping your stomach open and I'm getting the key. I'm not, my face is not gonna be ripped apart. Which is what she did. She killed the fuck out of that guy, got the key, and escaped. So this trap is totally beatable. Now, for that man, the only way he was gonna survive was if she didn't decide to kill him. So I don't even know what he did. Like, I don't even know what he did to deserve that. But like, for him, yeah, that one was unbeatable. He was drugged up. There was nothing he could have done. So yeah. Then we see a flashback of these two detectives where they find out where the Jigsaw killer might be, which, how the fuck does this man keep finding all these locations and then putting electricity in them? Like, they all have light. How does he do that? Does he have a guy on the inside? How does he find these connections? Like, I just imagine him calling this electric company and just be like, hey, can you put power in this place? And they're like, sir, isn't this place like abandoned? And he's just like, don't worry about it, just put electricity. And then they're gonna be like, okay, well, we need like a bill proving that you live here. Like, we can't just be putting electricity in random ass places. And he's just like, I'll pay for it. And they're like, sir, that's not how that works. But let's just continue, because like I can speculate about this all day, like, because that's not how that works. But whatever, let's move on. So then the two detectives go to where they think where Jigsaw's gonna be, and they find some guy that's trapped in a chair with 2 drills on the side of his head. Now, for the guy that's trapped in the chair, there's nothing he could do to beat that trap. Like, it's unbeatable. He's stuck. He can't do shit about it. But the trap is not for him. It's for the detectives. Now, for the detectives, this trap is totally beatable. Like, they could have saved the guy and also caught Jigsaw, but they're fucking stupid. If Jigsaw's moving away and you're telling him freeze, 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 and you've seen all the horrible shit that he's done and he's still not freezing, shoot the motherfucker in the leg. I don't get it. But they're fucking stupid and don't do that. Like, Jigsaw escapes, they do get to save the guy that's in the chair, but whatever, that's the easy part. So then Steven goes after Jigsaw, but Jigsaw has set up a trap for anybody that walks through this wire gets shot in the fucking face by 4 shotguns, which was insane. It's like overkill. But yeah, that death was totally avoidable. Like, if they would have just been smart, they would have had Jigsaw and they would have been fine. But I guess they're fucking stupid. So yeah, their trap was totally beatable. So then Gordon finds out that his family has been kidnapped and that if he doesn't escape, they're actually gonna die. So he's like, fuck. So then he cuts off his leg and he shoots Adam. Then the nurse that works with Gordon that actually kidnapped his family shows up and he's about to kill Gordon, but then Adam grabs him and starts to beat the fuck out of him and then bashes his head in with the water tank lid. After that happens, Gordon is like all fucked up. Gordon is like about to just like pass out right then and there, but he's like, I'm gonna go, but I'll come back for you and I'll save you. So then Gordon escapes. So for him, the trap was beatable. Then Adam listens to the tape that was meant for the nurse that actually kidnapped Gordon's family, and then the tape pretty much says like, yo, are you willing to kill Gordon's family to save yourself? Which, that trap is totally beatable. And you don't even have to kill the mother and daughter. You could pretend like you killed them, take them somewhere where the Jigsaw's not gonna find them, say like, hey, I killed these people, and then after you're saved, just go and free them. So yeah, for the nurse, the trap was beatable. Then when Adam finishes listening to the tape, the guy that was on the floor that was supposedly dead, turns out that was a Jigsaw killer the whole time. Which, that just shows you how fucking insane this guy is. He was laying on the floor for over 8 hours just to play the game. Just because he's a fucking he's a crazy person. Then when Jigsaw gets up, he's like, oh, by the way, Adam, the key to free yourself is actually in that tub, so just go ahead and get it. But the fucking key fell through the drain when Adam woke up, which, like, that's not on him. Like, he woke up all disoriented, like he was in water, which I don't know how long he was in that water for. Like, how was he even alive? He was inside water. Like, was he breathing? It's weird. But when he woke up, the water started draining and the key went in through the drain. So he was fucked from there. That's not on him. So then when Adam is about to shoot Jigsaw, Jigsaw shocks him and then he like gets electrocuted and tosses the gun. And then Jigsaw leaves the room, leaving Adam trapped inside. Now, if Adam didn't throw the gun too far and could still reach for it, he can shoot through the chain. There's no way that chain is taking a fucking bullet. There's no way. So he would be able to escape. But if the gun is way too far for him to reach, then he's fucked. So it really, like, the trap is beatable for him if he can reach for that gun. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give a like and subscribe if you haven't. Have a good night, good time, good life.